there's a hole here. That doesn't do anything. It's just holding a bracket. It doesn't go anywhere. The chrome tube comes around. It goes into here. That does do something. That's a hole about the size of a little smaller than a pencil, maybe 5 millimeters. It goes into the exhaust port. So that's got to be capped off. This Gen 5 has a vented tank, so you've got the outlet for the fuel, and you also have this vent line. And I think the vent line is going to a charcoal canister. I imagine because it's got a gas cap that's not vented. So I may end up just putting a vented gas cap on there and capping this line. Right now I've got the line just zip tied and it ends right here, so I'm just venting it to the air. No big deal there. And I took off the little canister that was here, and that went into the intake filter that used to be here. And I've just got right now this open aired, and this just vents the valve cover, and it also vents the rear end. I think that's a charcoal canister hooked to the gas tank, because all the vapors that evaporate from the gas tank out the gas tank vent can harm the air in California. PAIR. I guess the question would be, is it needed, and will it harm your motorcycle if you take it off? Well, it's completely a California thing, and they're totally faking the sniffer test, the emissions requirement in California, with this device. What it's doing is pulling air in here. It's going into here where there's a reed valve, a one-way valve. On the exhaust stroke, it's letting air in here through this valve, and it's pushing air through this pipe into the exhaust manifold on the head. So you got a burst of clean air going out the exhaust pipe with the exhaust. And California measures hydrocarbons per kilometer of air, and to get their pass or fail test. So it's actually adding clean air to that filling mixture to make it pass the test. Best I can figure out. It's a gimmick. It's an afterthought, so it should not hurt to take it off. You restrict the airflow with this silly looking thing, and air can barely get in there, and then you can run your tiny jet and you can pass emissions. So that intake that they put on the Maddog is part of the emission system. Yeah, we can get more performance without that because we can run bigger jets now and make the bike go faster. But solely taking this off, I don't think will improve performance. But we're going to find out. Why not make a California model Maddog and a free world model? It's all about population. I mean, the free world, you look at Florida, 20 million people. Texas, 30 million people. California's got 40 million people. And Californians do like toys, and they buy toys. So yeah, if you're not selling to California, you're not selling. Will be the pair removal test. So the time we had to beat was 54 miles an hour, and 0 to 30 in 5.7, 14.4 in the 8th. And with the pair deleted, we got a mile an hour slower. It could be an anomaly, but we did beat the 0 to 30 by almost a second, 4.8, and looks like an eighth a mile in 14. So we dropped that 0.4 off. We're back to 14. We should be somewhere around 13.2 on that, honestly. But I'm going to get most of that with carburetor jetting and adjusting and tuning the carburetor. I'm going to get that quickness back. Not too worried about it now. It's a really good cosmetic mod, so it's a keeper. Yeah, so much better.